Fernandinho, cook you like a bistro.
Cook, chef.
You about to get the sack like Mourinho. He nice and fast, boy, we ain't talking that keto. Nothing but the heat, bro. Go on the D-Lo. Ay, Fernandinho, Fernandinho, ay, Fernandinho, ay, 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 wow. Fernandinho,
White.
Fernandinho, ay, Fernandinho, ay, 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 wow. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy, One Star Weakfoot, and we're back for another episode of... Wait, hold up. This ain't an episode. Once again, we're going to do a player review, and we're going to review this 93 rated team of the season, Fernandinho. And to be fair, he looks like a very nice card. A bunch of you guys were asking me in the comment section and stuff to review this card, and I'm finally getting around to it. I hope you guys enjoy it. So, he's 5'10". He has medium-high work rates. He's right-footed with a 4-star weak foot. That's pretty good for a CDM. He has 3-star skill moves. I played 6 games in Division 1 with him. I got 1 goal and I got 0 assists. Once again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet and you're enjoying the content, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button for me. And if you're enjoying the content and you're already subscribed, hit the like button just one time for me. I appreciate all you guys watching right now. Now let's look at this card a little bit closer. So, he has 80 pace. That's pretty much the minimum pace you would want out of a CDM at this stage of the game, with everybody pretty much being maxed out in pace attacking wise. So 80 pace, not so bad. His shooting stats are actually viable. I mean, if you do want to play him at the CM position, I mean, why not? His shooting stats are very well rounded. He has 93 shot power, which means that his low driven should be OP. His long shots are solid. His finishing is not too shabby, not too good either, but it's respectable. His passing stats are insane. 99 short passing, 96 long passing are the standout stats, of course, and everything else is pretty well rounded. His dribbling stats are very nice as well. He has 90 ball control, 94 reactions, 87 composure, but he only has 79 agility. I'm kind of worried about him feeling clunky. We're going to see if that's an issue in the game. Defending stats, I mean, how can you complain about that? They're almost maxed out. The only thing that's low is the heading accuracy. I'm not really too worried about it because I'm not trying to score headers with this kind of player. His physical stats are pretty good. 99 aggression, 87 strength. He has 91 stamina. His other cards are low stamina, but this one, the issue has been fixed. His jumping is also pretty solid. So at 5'10", 87 jumping, he is a viable CDM if you do want somebody that can win things in the air every now and then. So yeah, let's jump into the gameplay. I'll be right back. All right, so according to Footbin, this card's going to cost you $420K on the PS4 market. I do anticipate him dropping a little bit. I'm recording this video on Wednesday night. By the time you guys are seeing this, it'll probably be Thursday morning. By the time Weekend League rewards come out, all these elite people get their team of the season packs and pack this guy a million times. I'm assuming his price is going to drop to the 300 to 350K range. And I think that's a decent value for what you're getting from this card. I do think 400 to 450K is a little steep though. Let's break down the stats. So 80 pace. To be honest, in game, he definitely feels faster than 80 pace. He feels very quick. I don't know what it is because his agility is not that high either. But when I was tracking up and down the pitch with him, it felt more like he had 85 pace. And that's a really good thing because, like I said earlier in the video, a lot of attackers on this game are very high pace now. The game is being played at a higher pace now due to this. And this guy doesn't get left behind. He's very quick when it comes to jockeying, when it comes to dribbling, and even when it comes to tracking up and down the pitch. I would have to rate his pace at 8.5 out of 10. His shooting. I did test his shot a few times. I didn't really get to test him out as much as I would like to, so I can't really speak on the shooting too much. The one thing I did notice is his long shots are very accurate. All his shots have a lot of power to them, and he does seem like he can put a shot in if you get it in at the right angle. His passing. His passing was definitely noticeable. You know, he does play for Manchester City, so he does play that possession style. I like possession style, and he really he really shined, I should say. He really shined in the system I do play. His passing was very composed. Even if he was under pressure, he had a really nice weight to his short passing and his long passing. His through balls had a really nice weight to them. I mean, I can't really complain about his passing at all. It's pretty much the perfect passing if you want a CDM that could make long passes, if you want a CDM that could act as like a pivot, that could act as a playmaker from deep. This is going to be your guy. I would have to rate his passing at pretty much a 10 out of 10. It was perfect. His dribbling. One thing I was worried about, as I mentioned earlier in the video, was his dribbling going to feel clunky? He only has 79 agility. And in game, his agility felt a little bit higher. It felt more like he had 85 agility to me. I mean, I noticed it when I was jockeying with him. When I'm dragging him up and down the pitch, I'm trying to cut passing lanes. I'm trying to pretty much just mark my opponent. His jockeying was very, very responsive. And I was very surprised by that. And it also held true when it came to dribbling. When I was dribbling around with him, when I was trying to turn opponents, he was able to do it. He's one of the best CDMs I've used on the ball because I tend to use the bigger CDMs. But on the ball, he's very, very quick, very responsive. It's really easy to shift him from side to side. I really enjoy this card on the ball. And for a CDM, if you want a CDM that could dribble the ball, I think you're really going to enjoy this card. I would have to rate his dribbling at a 9 out of 10. His defending. I would say his defending was very, very good. All right. So the first thing you're going to notice when you're using this card in your midfield is that he gets interceptions for days. His defensive AI is always in position to get pretty much interceptions in. He's always in position to break a play. And he's just a very big nuisance for your opponent. He's very much like Conte in that regard, but a souped up Conte because his interceptions are insane. Another thing you're going to notice when you're using this card defensively is his stand tackle is extremely clean. All right. If you get him going in at the right angle as far as getting a tackle in, he's going to get that tackle in. He's going to get it in clean. He's not going to commit a foul, which is something that some of the lower rated CDMs tend to do on this game. His marking stat means that his defensive AI is very smart, very intelligent, and his positioning defensively is honestly sublime. It's amazing. I would say his defending has to be a 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoy this card defensively. Now let's talk about the physical. All right, so his physical on paper is 91. In game, one thing I did notice though was that he's kind of small. All right, even though he's 5'10", even though he has 87 strength, 99 aggression, he's small. All right, so what that means is number one, his legs are not as long as somebody like a Vieira or somebody like a Pogba. So that does harm him in some circumstances when you're trying to get an interception in and his legs just aren't long enough. And yeah, I mean, you're not really going to expect him to do those kind of things. Number two, it kind of let him down, his small body type, when it came to like just going into 50-50 challenges. I came up against Rijkaard, and I noticed right away that Rijkaard was basically shouldering him off. Despite the fact that Fernandinho has high aggression, high strength, he wasn't able to shoulder off people like Rijkaard. I anticipate that being an issue if he comes up against Vieira, if he comes up against Hullet. Where his aggression really comes into play though is just him being like a pit bull. He's more like a Conte, more like an Allen, where he's just going to be like pretty much nibbling at the opponent until he comes away with the ball. That's how you want to use this card. His stamina is really good. I wouldn't say it's top class. If you use him very aggressively, I anticipate you might need a sub when it comes to extra time. However, he will last 90 minutes no matter what you do. His jumping is decent. He's decent in the air, nothing more, and he does hold his own in the air. He's very similar, in my opinion, to Matuidi when it comes to being in the air, where he's very good, not elite, but not bad either. So overall, what would I rate his physical? I would say it's an 8 to 8.5 out of 10. Not too shabby, very solid, holds his own, but his body type does let him down at times. So overall, what would I rate this card? Once again, I got to rate this card at 8.75 out of 10. He does a lot of things very well. Number one, his pace and his jockeying ability is very, very good. It's top class. He's very good at jockeying, very good at tracking up and down the pitch. Number two, his interceptions and defensive AI, and even his stand tackling are elite. They're very, very good for what you're getting from this card. The reason why I can't rate him 9 or higher, because I consider a 9 or higher to be an elite card, is just the fact that his body type does let him down at times. And that's really the thing you're going to notice if you come up against those players he's using: Vieira, Hullet, Rijkaard, Pogba. He will get bullied in those circumstances. So I think the best way to use this card is in a 2 CDM formation and using paired up with somebody bigger to hide his deficiencies. I think that's where he'd really do the best. If you're a fan of Conte, if you're a fan of Allen, if you're a fan of Matuidi, you're really going to love this card. However, if you're a fan of the bigger CDMs, then you might not really enjoy this card as well as you would a bigger CDM in game. So yeah, that's going to be my review of this Fernandinho card. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. But until then, later.